On July 15th through the 19th, 9 students and 3 adults traveled to Detroit to attend the ELCA National Youth Gathering.
Detroit is a diverse city with a rich history. It's the birthplace of the car industry, Motown music, and they are famous for their Coney Island hot dog.
Detroit also played a critical role in the Underground Railroad and in the industrialization of America.
Detroit has been faced with some hard times and has received a lot of bad press in the last few years.
The city had a population of 1.6 million people, but due to a struggling car industry and a recession that hit in 2008, jobs and people continued to leave Detroit, and now the population is around 700,000.
But the people are resilient and vow to rebuild and rise up.
Each day, nearly 10,000 students were sent out into the city for service projects.
While we waited for our bus to leave, we did a little dancing. We danced a lot throughout the week.
Some service projects that took place included sorting food at food banks, boarding up abandoned houses, and, like our group, helping clean and clear abandoned lots.
When the recession hit in 2008, many people's houses were foreclosed and they were forced to move.
Thousands of houses sat empty, and many were eventually torn down, leaving communities with many run-down or empty lots.
On our service day, we worked on clearing lots near this church.
Chris, the pastor at the church, lived across the street and shared that people outside of their community would come and dump their old tires, beds, couches, and other trash.
Cleaning it up would not only make it look better and be safer for the neighborhood children to play, but also deter others from dumping there in the future.
The garbage-filled lots make it appear that the neighborhood isn't safe, but Chris informed us that it is very safe and friendly, and cleaning it could help attract new homeowners.
Chris's class was the last one to graduate from that neighborhood. Now children have to be bused into other neighborhoods for school, and people have to travel a long distance to get to work. They'd like to rebuild their neighborhood so they can reopen the local schools and build businesses.
By the end of our time there, we had filled a huge 40-foot dumpster.
On our Senate Day, we met with hundreds of others from the Eastern Iowa Synod.
We sang, danced, prayed, studied the Book of Mark, and heard inspirational stories.
Bishop Burke even took time out of his sabbatical to join us.
Each evening, we would go to Ford Field where we listened to speakers, enjoyed bands and other entertainers, and worshiped together.
Some speakers shared inspirational stories and advice.
Do something now. Don't wait. Because you never know whose life you may end up changing. Thank you.
We heard about the hope to end poverty and world hunger and the role the church plays in this.
We heard about civil rights and discrimination.
We heard powerful stories about child refugees and the unjust immigration system.
We heard about mental illness and were reminded that we should learn to embrace the person God made us to be.
We danced more.
We were told, don't just sit and watch the problems on the news. Be the light. Be a bridge builder.
We heard about diversity and how God created and loves our differences.
We were instructed to reach out to our neighbors, no matter who our neighbor is, and share the love of Christ.
One evening ended with a moving performance by Rachel Kirch and a young boy from Detroit.
Our Proclaim Community Day was spent at the Cobo Center. There were a variety of fun interactive learning activities for us to do.
We could help build Habitat for Humanity houses through Lutheran Campus Ministries.
Donate hair.
Learn how science and faith can coexist.
Created fleece hats for children of Detroit.
Learned about human trafficking.
Walked through the Gospel of Mark.
Learned how puppets can help with peacemaking.
Learned about some challenges faced by people with disabilities.
We participated in a walk designed to simulate the experience of collecting water miles away from home.
We will be hosting a water walk this fall to help raise money for water projects around the world.
Mactown Boys had the best overall time, which earned First Lutheran $350 towards a mission trip or other project.
These are the projects that we completed over 3 days of service and projects at Community Life. The water walk also raised $402,000.
But we didn't just work, we had lots of fun too.
We explored the city.
We gave a lot of high fives.
We accepted challenges.
We met new friends.
And ran into old friends.
We did some yoga.
We shared our bracelets.
And got clipped by others.
More dancing, of course.
We saw some interesting things.
And problem solved.
We ate and napped.
One thing I learned from Detroit is how much the people there appreciated us. They welcomed us with open arms, stopped and said thank you when we were doing our service projects.
People who have it the worst don't always treat people like they have it the worst.
The youth of the church is not dead, but fully alive and making a difference around the world.
How excited and happy people of Detroit were to see us, and how thankful they were for us helping them clean up their city.
God created us, and no matter our difference, we should all be treated fairly.
I learned about social issues that affect people around the world.
I learned that I can do something as simple as clean up a lot and it would make a big difference in someone's life.
I learned that we shouldn't stereotype people based on where they live or their economical status.
We would like to say thank you to everyone that supported us by participating in our fundraisers, donating, and saying prayers for us.
Thank you.
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 Thank you.